Yorubanization. Tinubu puts Nigeria's fate entirely in Yorubas' hands. How perverse. And now to the news in full. Shortly before the 2023 presidential election, I wrote a piece in this column titled, Think, Yoruba, Think. A Tinubu presidency would harm your race. Business Day, February 20, 2023. The premise of that thoughtful and, in my view, patriotic intervention was threefold. First, Bola Tinubu's miasmic past was the antithesis of the honor signaling Omoluabi ethos that the Yorubas claim defined them. His self-serving and feudalistic politics was entirely at odds with the Omoluabi core values. Second, Tinubu stakes his presidential bid on Emilokon, it is my turn, but also on Yoruba Lokon, it is Yoruba's turn. Indeed, he said he was running for president to save the Yorubas. Third, despite Tinubu's deep character flaws and divisive politics, some tribalistic Yoruba leaders abandoned the Omoluabi ethos and backed him simply because he is Yoruba. But the chickens have come home to roost, and the joke is not only on those Yoruba leaders. All Yorubas are vicariously liable for Tinubu's failure. Please don't put all of us together. I beg. Face the ones that voted for him. Face the one that supported him, because I'm very sure that I know some Yoruba people that did not want this man to be the president. Forget the Yoruba Lokon, whatever. Most Yoruba people that I know supported Peter Obi, and they really wanted him there. We wanted a change. We wanted somebody different, and we know that Tinubu does not have anything to offer. The ones that voted for him, that are saying Emilokon, those ones are probably blinded by their tribalistic nature. It's fine. Everybody cannot be tribalistic. You cannot say because of some set of people, you now combine all of us together and say all Yorubas are liable for Tinubu's failure. No. It's not all Yorubas. There are some Yorubas that voted for him. There are some Igbo people that voted for him. Let's not deceive ourselves. Northerners still voted for him. So don't say, it is Yorubas that voted for him because he said Yoruba Lokon. No. That sentiment did not work on most people. Saying because you are a Yoruba person, so I should vote for you. When I know clearly that you are too old and you don't have anything to offer. No, nobody voted for him. Let's be clear. Less than 2 years in power, Tinubu is an unmitigated failure. Every aspect of Nigeria's political, economic, and social life has deteriorated under him. His so-called economic reforms, which even the IMF recently said are not working, have deepened poverty and misery in Nigeria and have decimated businesses, forcing the exit of several foreign ones. Recently, the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, MAN, said that nearly 1.5 trillion naira worth of finished products were unsold in the first half of this year, a 357.6% increase from the first half of 2023 due to the precipitous decline of consumer purchasing power amid acute policy-driven inflation and cost of living crisis. But leaving aside Tinubu's policies blunders, there's another disturbing fact: his government is actively entrenching state capture, utterly unconstrained by conflict of interest. When former President Olusegun Obasanjo recently raised concerns about Tinubu's state capture, the presidency responded, as it always does, with abuse and insult, so courtesy of Bayo Onanuga. They always come out to insult, to attack, to fight. Yet, truth be told, state capture, something Tinubu was reputed for in Lagos, both as governor and as godfather, has become a defining feature of his presidency. The subject is so important that it deserves a column of its own. Let's leave that for another day. My focus here is another very important matter: Tinubu's deliberate mismanagement of Nigeria's diversity and utter disregard for the norms of equity, justice and fairness that must underpin Nigeria's unity and stability. Tinubu ran for president by ruthlessly deploying the wedge issues of religion and ethnicity. And in power, he doesn't only run the first Muslim or same-faith civilian presidency in Nigeria, but also runs the most ethnicized government, Yorubanized at its core. But leaving aside Tinubu's policy blunders, there is another disturbing fact: his government is actively entrenching state capture, utterly unconstrained by conflict of interest. Tinubu famously said in an interview with this day newspaper during the Abacha era, "I don't believe in one Nigeria." Well, one must wonder whether deep down he now does beyond fulfilling a self-interested lifelong ambition to rule the country. For how can a leader who truly cares about Nigeria's unity flippantly stoke the two issues, religion and ethnicity, that can either unite or divide this fragile country. We are the ones that should stop letting them to deceive us with tribalism and religion. We are the ones that should stop believing them. We need to stop believing them. The Muslim presidency condemns Christianity to an inferior status by suggesting that no Christian is good enough to be vice president to a Muslim president in a country where Christians and Muslims each make up about half of the population. But like Herod, who after killing James went after Peter because he believed he could get away with it, Tinubu took the tolerance of Christian leaders on the Muslim ticket to mean he could extend his self-serving divisiveness to ethnicity by filling virtually all the critical positions in his government, near Nigeria's government, with people from his ethnic group, the Yorubas. Those of us who vociferously condemn President Buhari's nepotism and Fulanization agenda, and I was a key Buhari critic, cannot in good conscience now condone Tinubu's Yorubanization of his government. Indeed, every conscionable Yoruba must be appalled by the utterly Yoruba-centric nature of Tinubu's appointment to the economic, security and criminal justice position in what is the Nigerian government, not his private enterprise. If the CEO of a PLC fills the company's critical positions with people from his tribe, that will violate corporate governance rules. So why is what is not good for corporate governance be good for public governance? To his credit, Afenifere, led by Chief Ayo Adebanjo, condemned Tinubu's outrageously lopsided appointment, describing them as a threat to age-long inter-ethnic relationship and peaceful coexistence in Nigeria. However, Chief Ruben Fasanti and Olufalaye, who led a function that supported Tinubu's presidential bid, have remained silent. Remember that Fasanti had in a letter resigned and retired as a Afenifere leader, but came out of the woodwork to reclaim the leadership so as to endorse Tinubu. Chief Alaye said, how can a national leader, real tribal leader, go against candidates that hail from his part of the country? I won't deny the fact that Tinubu is actually making Yorubas probably like 80% or 90% of his cabinet, but we cannot say that, oh, it's only Yorubas are in his cabinet, or they are the only ones that he is appointing. I know there are some other houses that are there, and some Igbos, there might not be much, but at least don't say it's only Yoruba that is in his cabinet all day long. I don't think so. Yes, the Yorubas can escape vicious blame for Tinubu's failure by putting Nigeria's economy and security entirely in Yoruba's hands. Taylor, you cannot blame us. You cannot blame all of us. So blame INEC. Blame Supreme Court. They are the ones that put this person in power, because I know some Yorubas that did not vote for him. Mozela's Nigeria says the same Buhari did when he was president. What goes around comes around. Now so. Onyeka says well written. I says well written, but you cannot, because of some Yorubas, say that it is all the Yorubas that voted for him. We are not trying to use one person to judge. No, we cannot do that. My listeners, over to you. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, to share and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.